Hi friends, today we are going to discuss on the chapter fermentation. It's a wide chapter and it is an important chapter in this perspective of pharmaceutical industry as well as our subject pharmaceutical biotechnology. Today we are going to discuss an introductory part of the chapter fermentation, and this session includes the what is fermentation, the requirement for the fermentation process, the design of the fermenter, like that. First of all, what is fermentation? Fermentation can be defined as a process of growing the microorganism in a nutrient media by maintaining the physicochemical condition. Thereby, we are converting the feed into a desired end product. Feed is the products that we are introducing into the fermenter, and by optimizing the physicochemical conversions or conditions, we are converting into a desired end product. Basically, we can say two major types of fermenter are widely used in industry, that is the stir tank and bubble column fermenter. One by one we can discuss in the coming sessions. For aerobic and anaerobic, the stir tank is used and bubble column is used for the aerobic. So we have to find in which condition which fermenter can be used. That we will discuss on the coming session. Naturally, all fermenters should have a variety of fluid inlet outlets as well as port for sampling and instrument insertion. Today we are going to discuss on such fact, that is what is a fermenter, its use. While going to the history of fermentation, we can find that fermentation is a natural process and people apply the fermentation to make products such as wine, cheese, beer, etc. The history of fermentation starts from the 18th century, that is from the time of Louis Pasteur. He defined as fermentation as a process of life without air. The fermentation word is derived from the Latin word fervor, which means to boil. This Louis Pasteur is considered as the first symmergist, that is one who do the process by demonstrating fermentation caused by living organism can be called as symmergist, and first symmergist was considered as Louis Pasteur. The basic principle involved in the industrial fermentation is that under suitable condition, by providing the raw material such as the necessary requirements such as carbon, nitrogen, salt, trace element and vitamin, we are producing our desired product. The end products are formed as a result of the metabolism during the lifespan and released into the media. Finally, we are extracted by the human being and it is used as an important commercial value. Fermentation based on respiration can be classified as aerobic as well as anaerobic fermentation. Aerobic fermentation, as the word defined, means here in this process oxygen is present. Wine, beer, and acetic acid vinegar, such as apple cider vinegar, need oxygen in the first stage of fermentation. When creating this acetic vinegar, for example, the surface of the vinegar is exposed to as much as oxygen as possible manner. Result in a healthy, flavorable vinegar with the correct pH can be obtained. In the case of anaerobic metabolism or anaerobic fermentation, we can say that is in the reaction taking place in the muscle as well as in the yeast. Here, first reaction show the conversion of glucose to the ethanol. That is, glucose by the reaction glycolysis converted to pyruvic acid, and with the help of the enzyme pyruvate decarboxylate converted to acetaldehyde, and by the enzyme alcohol dehydrogenase converted to the ethanol process. This is a most important process. We can discuss this production in the coming session. Next, anaerobic fermentation example that is carrying out in our muscle cytosol process, that is the glucose present in our body with the help of the glycolysis process can be converted into pyruvic acid, and with the help of the lactate dehydrogenase enzyme converted to lactic acid. These are the best example for anaerobic fermentation. Let me go through the major fermentation products. First, in industrial group, we can consider ethanol and lactic acid. Ethanol is produced with the help of the microorganism Saccharomyces cerevisiae, lactic acid from Lactobacillus bulgaricus, going to the enzyme alpha amylase obtained from Bacillus subtilis, proteases from Bacillus species, lipases from Saccharomyces lipolytica, antibiotics. The main antibiotic produced by fermentation are penicillin, streptomycin, and chloramphenicol. Penicillin obtained from Penicillium chrysogenum, streptomycin from Streptomyces rhesus, chloramphenicol from the Streptomyces venezuelae. Gone to the vitamin riboflavin obtained from Ashbia gossypii, vitamin B12 obtained from Pseudomonas denitrificaceae. Please remember this organism and the product that will be helpful for our VIPA part as well as for the PSC exam. In PSC, sometimes the alpha amylase is obtained from microorganism can be asked. So please remember the organism names in your mind. Going to the requirement for a fermentation process, there should be a pure culture, that is, one organism or one strain of the organism is present, appropriate quantity and physiological state should be considered, and sterilized medium is required, and next is the seed fermenter is needed. Seed fermenter or seed culture means a sterile culture usually consists of the accurate medium such as grain, seed or nutrient liquid that have been colonized by other microorganisms for the fermentation. Such fermenter can be called a seed fermenter. And production fermenter comes, that is having a large model. In the equipment, first we have to draw the culture medium into the fermenter. After that, we want to separate the cell obtained. For that, we can use the biomass fermentation process. With the help of centrifuges, we can separate the cells. Then we have to collect the cells. And product can be purified with the help of chromatography, centrifugation, electrophoresis, etc. And finally, we want to effluent treatment. That is the final product or the waste product or the remnants should be treated. These are the requirements in the case of the fermentation. Next, we can move to the important part, that is how we can design a fermenter. This is an important topic in the perspective of exam point of view. Fermentation process requires a fermenter for the successful production. Fermenter can be defined as a large vessel containing considerable quantity of the nutrient medium by maintaining the favorable condition. That is, by maintaining favorable condition, we are adding the nutrient media into a large vessel, and that large vessel can be called as fermenter. This containment system is designed to obtain the optimum environment for the growth as well as the optimal activity of the organism. Such containment can be called as a fermenter. The design and nature of the fermenter varies depending upon the type of fermentation we are carrying out in that fermenter. All the fermenters provide the following facility for the process, such as there should be contamination-free environment, specific temperature should be maintained. We want to maintain the agitation, aeration and pH control. We want to monitor the dissolved oxygen, that is DO. Dissolved oxygen means how much oxygen dissolved in water. We want to monitor this dissolved oxygen content, ports for the nutrient and reagent feeding. In addition, we want to add antifoam agent to adjust the pH. There is port for the inoculation and sampling, and provide all aseptic condition at the time of sample withdrawal as well as while adding inoculum. Finally, we want to complete removal of broth from the tank and we should be easy to clean, and the fermenter should be designed in such a way that it consumes less power, less evaporation, and it should be maintained for a long period of operation. Do you know how a bioreactor differs from a chemical reactor? Both are agitated tank and bioreactor should be capable of operating aseptically for a number of days. Here, adequate aeration agitation should be provided to meet the metabolic requirement. The fermenter can be used for the cultivation of prokaryotic cell like bacteria, whereas bioreactor grows the eukaryotic cells. This is simply the fermentation way or route. That is, there's a seed fermenter. That is, we want to introduce the raw material. Then a main fermenter. We want to control the acid, alkali, and antiform tanks are the nutrient feeding options are the, and finally harvest tank. This is just a simple layout of the fermentation or pattern of the fermentation. Next, we can move to the important part, that is how we can design a fermenter. This is an important topic in the perspective of exam point of view. Fermentation process requires a fermenter for the successful production. Fermenter can be defined as a large vessel containing considerable quantity of the nutrient medium by maintaining the favorable condition. That is, by maintaining favorable condition, we are adding the nutrient media into a large vessel, and that large vessel can be called as fermenter. This containment system is designed to obtain the optimum environment for the growth as well as the optimal activity of the organism. Such containment can be called as a fermenter. The design and nature of the fermenter varies depending upon the type of fermentation we are carrying out in that fermenter. Basically, components of fermenter can be include the dry motor, heaters and pump, vessels and accessory, peripheral equipment, that is the reagent bottle, and finally the instrumentation and sensor simply. These are the basic components of it. For the batch process, that is the fermentation should be either batch or continuous. For a batch process, the various components of the ideal fermenter are, this is just a table showing simply what are the various components for that. That is, top plate is that is a cover made up of steel. Clamp is the top plate compressed into the vessel using this clamp. Seal is the seal. By using this seal, we can separate the top plate from the vessel. Vessel is a glass. Mostly, it's a jacketed steel with ports or various inputs are the dry motor used to dry mixing shaft. Dry shaft mixes the medium evenly. Marine impeller is in the case of plant tissue culture, baffles which prevent the sedimentation on sites and proper mixing can be attained. Sparger, that is air supplier, which ensures the efficient dispersal. Exit gas cooler is the like condenser, which will remove as much moisture as possible from the exhaust. Inoculation needle, that is, we want to add the inoculum. Through this inoculation needle, we can introduce the sample of inoculum. Feed pumps, that is, to regulate the flow rate of additives such as medium, nutrient, etc. Peristaltic pumps are that are fixed speed pump used for the continuous sampling. And finally, the syringe pump, that is using a syringe that is mostly used in batch to introduce the particular required pressure. Do you know how a bioreactor differs from a chemical reactor? Both are agitated tank and bioreactor should be capable of operating aseptically for a number of days. Here, adequate aeration agitation should be provided to meet the metabolic requirement. The fermenter can be used for the cultivation of prokaryotic cell like bacteria, whereas bioreactor grows the eukaryotic cells. Then remaining controlling parts are cold finger. Cold finger is used to cool the vessel components. And the rotameter can be a variable airflow filter which indicate the airflow into the vessel which is attached to the air sparger. Sparger means which introduce the air into the fermenter. Pressure valve attached to the rotameter, that is the variable airflow meter for the safe operation. Air pump is there for supply of air, and 10th controlling device is the peristaltic pump to pump in medium, acid, bases, antifoam agents. The coming to the material of construction of fermenter, these are the cylindrical vessels with domed top and bottom. Is the lab fermenters are made up of glass usually. In case of the pilot and industrial scale fermenter are made up of stainless steel. The steel having the chromium more than 4% can be called as stainless steel, which is easy to handle. The corrosion resistance of this stainless steel depend upon the existence of a thin hydrous oxide film on the surface of the fermentation based on respiration can be classified as aerobic as well as anaerobic fermentation. Aerobic fermentation, as the word defined, means here in this process oxygen is present. Wine, beer, and acetic acid vinegar, such as apple cider vinegar, need oxygen in the first stage of fermentation. When creating this acetic vinegar, for example, the surface of the vinegar is exposed to as much as oxygen as possible manner. Result in a healthy, flavorable vinegar with the correct pH can be obtained. There are mainly 5 operations carried out in the conventional fermenter. First one carried out is the sterilization. Sterilization are of two types, in situ and continuous heat sterilization. In situ sterilization means the bioreactor filled with the required medium with high pressure and steam, that is at 120 degrees Celsius for 20 minutes. Whereas in case of continuous heat sterilization, we are conducting for the short periods, that is 140 degrees Celsius for 15 minutes is carrying out. Second operation is the inoculation and sampling. Here we are using the inoculum. Introduction is carrying out the and sampling is carrying. Inoculum means the mixture of cultured microbes can be called as inoculum. That is mixture of cultured microbes along with media in which the organism is growing can be called as a inoculum, and the size of the inoculum should be between 1 to 10 percentage of the total volume of the medium. And for the sampling purpose, we are using high yielding strain for the production. Here, we want to check the sample, that is regularly check the sample if there is any contamination, and also measurement of the product via sampling. Normally, one organism is introduced in the time of sampling as well as inoculation. Third process is the aeration. This is to supply the required oxygen needed for the organism for the production, as well as to remove the carbon dioxide for the good exchange of gases. Sparger can be defined as a device placed at the bottom of the bioreactor. Through the sparger, we are adding air into the medium under pressure. Aeration also can be improved with the help of impeller. That is, for mixing purpose, we are using impeller, propeller, etc. Propellers with pitched blade is following the axial flow, whereas paddles with a flat blade or disc flat blade show radial flow. Second, for low viscous fluid, we can use propeller. It is simple and portable, having a tampering blade for the radial flow. Propellers are normally placed at bottom to avoid settling of the heavy particle at the bottom of the fermenter. The major task of the bioreactor is mixing, and this mixing can be achieved with the help of impeller, propeller, etc. Baffle are installed in the bioreactor. Normally, 4 baffles are installed. Purpose of the baffle is to avoid the vortex formation and increase the aeration efficiency. Baffles are normally 1 by 10 of the diameter of the vessel. Increasing the size of the baffle increases the agitation effect marginally. If you are decreasing the size of the baffle, that will affect a substantial drop in efficiency of the fermenter. Baffle should be installed such a way that the gap exists between the vessel and baffle, which minimizes the dead space and avoid the microbial growth. By considering this fact, that is, a gap exists between vessel and baffle, which minimizes the dead space, so we can avoid the problem. So we want to consider this point by at the time of placing. Fourth controlling system is that for maximum production, we want to monitor the variable. That is, the physical variable should be considered. Temperature, pressure, flow, agitation, speed, mass, volume, form should be considered. Chemical variable such as pH, dissolved oxygen, dissolved carbon dioxide, ion concentration, substrate concentration. Biological variables should be considered. Cell concentration, protein, DNA, RNA, and enzyme activity should be considered. First of all, going to the pH. pH of the fermenter should be between 5.5 to 8.5, and pH should be monitored and can be adjusted by addition of either acid or alkali. Coming to the temperature, the low temperature causes the reduced product formation, whereas high temperature adversely affects the growth. Proper mixing should be needed for the optimal environment, that is, to get good product to prevent accumulation of the toxic product. If agitation is high, which will damage the microbial cell. The nutrient concentration in the fermenter should be optimum, so we should consider what is the nutrient content in the fermenter. If the concentration of the nutrient is high, that may cause inhibitory effect on growth of microorganism, so it should be in optimal level. Next factor we want to consider is the oxygen. The continuous supply of oxygen is needed for the better growth of microorganism. That may lead to formation of bubbles. So continuous monitoring of oxygen is very much required in the process of fermentation. If the product is rich in protein, that may result in foam formation. In such cases, we want to remove this foam by using anti-foam agent. The mainly used anti-foam agents are mineral oils based on silicon oil or vegetable oil, or in some cases we can use mechanical foam breaker to remove this foam. Fifth process or operation carried out in the fermentation is the cleaning. That is, in case of most bioreactor and processing equipment, the cleaning is done in place. That is, clean in place. CIP is the normal technical term used in the fermentation in pharmaceutical industry. That is, after the production and other process, the product should be removed from the fermenter. That process removal can be termed as harvesting. That is, the final collection of the product in the industry can be termed as the process harvesting. Normally, cleaning is done with the help of high pressure water jet through nozzles is used for normal cleaning purpose, and the time taken for cleaning the fermenter, that time can be termed by downtime. And here, automated consistency of cleaning and reduce the downtime of turnaround. This turnaround is the term that is used, that is, but how much time we use for the preparation time to start the next fermentation cycle. This time is known as turnaround. And here the automated, that is by using the automatic machines or cleaning purpose is carrying out, which will reduce the time lag between next fermentation cycle. That is, normally in the industry we are using automated cleaning process. So automated consistency of cleaning which will reduce the downtime, that is the cleaning time of starting a new fermentation cycle. By this, we come to the end of the session. In the session, we discuss mainly on what is fermentation and what are the requirements in the fermentation and design of fermentation. This is a very important topic in the aspect of pharmaceutical biotechnology. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe if you are not subscribed till now and enable the notification for future sessions. Thank you for watching.